Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan here at Scotiabank Arena. And Terry, within 1/2 hour, we had Kyle Dubas being hired as president of hockey operations in Pittsburgh, and the Maple Leafs officially replacing him here with Brad Treliving. What are some of Brad's first priorities?
Well, good luck. First of all, good luck to Kyle Dubas in Pittsburgh, but our concentration now is what Brad Treliving does here with the Leafs, Lance, and really the priority, as he said, there's a lot on the table, but two of them stand out. Austin Matthews, the contract negotiations there.
Players, if you had a chance, you had to talk to Austin Matthews or Judd Moldaver, and how important is that negotiation, if you will, to get going here.
Well, thanks, Terry.
It's sort of July 1, I guess.
I'm glad we waited so long to get to that topic.
You did say world-class players. I think we knew who you were getting at.
You know what? I've had a chance to communicate. I communicated with a few players. It's been a busy couple of days. I communicated with Austin via text. Getting to Austin is a priority. But outside of the contract stuff, number one is just getting to build that relationship.
Before that, we're going to know the status of Coach Sheldon Keefe. And one thing I like about what Treliving said today is no rash decisions, nothing coming quickly. He wants to get to know both men, sit down with both, investigate all the possibilities going forward, and then make those decisions. So the best way to go about it, but I like the way that Treliving laid it out for us today, that here's what I'm going to do.
Obviously, we know where these contracts are at. Austin is one of the elite players in the world. We're not talking about a good player in the league. We're talking about an elite player in the world.
We're not exactly talking chalk liver when we're talking about Sheldon Keefe. Here's a man who ran a team that had back-to-back seasons of 110 points or more. Of course, finally won a playoff series. I think there is a lot of positives, and it was interesting that Brad noted that he has made some very offensive players more responsible in their own end. So there is that, and I think it's great. He's going to take a look at Sheldon, not just sweep him aside. And he also made kind of a funny comment too about maybe it doesn't make sense to make a rash trade off the bat. As he said, throw somebody under the bus just for the sake of it. He wants to take a good look at what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. He's got to come in and look at everything. And you look at his history too, Lance. He's come over a Flames team in 2014, hadn't made the playoffs in 5 years, and he kept Bob Hartley as coach.
Yeah.
What does Hartley do? He goes and wins Coach of the Year. So he's coming into a much better situation coach-wise here in Toronto, no matter what you might say about how the Leafs flamed out against the Florida Panthers. So again, good on him to look into that. Now, the curiosity for me is, if he decides to keep Keefe, does he then sign to extension beyond next season, or does he let him kind of be that lame duck guy going into it so he can make that decision? I think that'll be the important, determination with that. But the other thing Treliving talked about too, Lance, is just the depth of the staff that he does have here. Talking about how close he is with Brandon Pridham. They have a good relationship. So, respected as one of the best capologists in the league. Keep Brandon Pridham. You're off to a good start. But certainly one thing Kyle Dubas did do, didn't win in the playoffs, but he built a hell of a staff here, and I think it'd be on wise for Treliving to take advantage of that.
And he does have a couple of former Flames in TJ Brody and Mark Giordano, who's really close with us. So I think those guys are really going to help him as he gets used to his new surroundings in Toronto. All in all, a very interesting summer coming up as July 1st and everything else approaches. From Scotiabank Arena, Lance Hornby and Terry Koshan for the Toronto Sun.